Welcome back to the Scottish Football Roundup, bringing you the latest action from the William Hill Championship, League 1 and League 2. Coming up on this week's show, there's late drama in the Championship title race, Taylor Sutherland bags a hat-trick in League 1, and Edinburgh City pick up a huge win at the bottom of League 2. First we head to Perth, where St Johnstone welcomed Partick Thistle in a blockbuster Friday evening Championship clash.
McPherson back out to Gullen, and McAleer lines it up, and again really forceful strike. That was a smart save from Clark.
He's just not taking any chances there.
Right on top of the goalkeeper, good defending. Oh, and McAleer's had it taken off him by Tony Watt, and Tony Watt is one-on-one at the moment with Holt, and he goes inside, and Holt loses his footing. Still Tony Watt squares it across, and Thistle up the scoring. Lightning quick break, and Tony Watt gets the plaudits because he created it, won the ball around the length of the pitch more or less, and lays it on a plate.
Just outside his own box, but it's the anticipation, the driving forward. I actually thought when he drags it here onto his left foot that he'd let Holt off the hook, but he just couldn't get back to him. And then here, temptation to go for goal himself, unselfish, lays it on the plate for Smith, and it's a nice tidy finish. But it's all about Tony Watt, anticipating, stepping out, winning the ball, driving forward, and then the composure to find his teammate.
Comes near post, and it goes over Fowler, and then there's a battle down the turn, it's in, it's deflected in. Josh Clark dived in despair, and St Johnstone do hit straight back. Alfie Agyeman with his first Saints goal, and it's 1-all.
And it's O'Reilly just sticking a foot out, takes it beyond Clark. It's a good hit from Agyeman on the turn, plenty of power on it. Dan O'Reilly just can't keep it out.
Oh, Fowler gets turned and then turns away. Get another nibble at it. Just overplayed there. Still alive for St Johnstone. Gullen. McPeak. Danger man onto the right foot. Still going. McPeak! Oh! It is absolutely sensational from the man of the season in the Championship. And it is fitting that he scores another big goal in the title race.
He's just desperate to get it on that right foot, and look at the bodies in front to reverse that with the control and the power. That is absolutely magnificent from Josh McPeak.
Very low in, away, Griffith and Forrester. Drops Fotheringham, can't control, and it's laid in behind, and Samuel's brought down. Penalty! Huge moment in the season. Alex Samuel with the last play hits the muddy turf.
Alex Samuel, full of running tonight. I mean, they can have no complaints. It's 2 arms in the back.
The tension palpable at McDermott Park. Huge moment in the season. Oisin Smith scores! Nerves of steel from the Partick Thistle midfielder, and he has snatched a vital draw for the Jags at McDermott Park.
Composure, side foot, doesn't feel the pressure. 2 goals for him tonight, and a vital point.
The home side were aiming to bounce back after a away defeat last weekend. Mark McKenzie, the first Ayr player to test the resolve of Josh Ray. The game's opening goal would come in unusual circumstances on 28 minutes. Ben Dempsey's free kick from deep, bouncing all the way into the Wraith net for 1-0. Wraith responded well to going behind. Jack Hamilton with a first-time effort, which kept goalkeeper Max Thompson on his toes. And the Ayr stopper would have work to do in the second half. A loose pass from Scott McMahon, presenting Wraith's Josh Mullen with a chance, as Thompson made an important stop. But soon enough, it was the home side on the attack again. 57 minutes on the clock, when strikers Anton Dowds and Curtis Main combined, with Dowds supplying a tidy left-footed finish to double the Ayr advantage. Wraith remained determined to try and turn things around at Somerset Park. A decent opening coming for fullback Ewan Wilson, who was the next to force a Thompson save. But the away side would eventually find their way to goal. A well-placed cross on 77 minutes, being guided home by Lewis Vaughan to pull one back for Rovers. And the Wraith attacker would get a huge chance to level the game. Another excellent cross finding Vaughan unmarked, with the header straight into the hands of Thompson. Vaughan continued to be a thorn in the side of Ayr, but unable to grab his second goal. This effort a whisker away from finding the far corner. And late in the game, tempers would flare in the middle of the park. Ayr defender Sean Watt with a professional foul to halt a Rovers counter-attack, with players from both sides getting involved. A yellow card shown to Want, with Ayr holding on to claim a big home victory. Ewan Henderson has been excellent in front of goal for Airdrie this season. The attacker would grab his 15th of the season in all competitions at East End Park, opening the scoring with a 14th minute free kick, which bounced beyond Dennis Mehmet. The Diamonds would soon go on the attack in search of a second goal at East End. Chris Moultrie with good work to find Cole McKinnon, who poked just wide of the goal. Chances were few and far between for Dunfermline in the first half, but they would go close to the left boot of Chris Hamilton, whose curling effort clipped the Airdrie crossbar. Hamilton would find himself in hot water shortly after the break. The Dunfermline man penalised for a foul on Airdrie's Mockry, who was busting through on goal. Hamilton shown a straight red card in 55 minutes. Despite being down to 10 men, the Pars would still pose a threat in the attacking third. Their best chance coming the way of Zach Rudden, who was unable to beat Harry Stone with a first-time effort. With the man advantage in their favour, Airdrie would push to grab a second and kill the game off at East End. Lewis McGrattan driving inside in the 82nd minute and picking out the bottom corner with a brilliant strike. The Diamonds picking up 3 vital points on the road. Arbroath were aiming to get back to winning ways when they travelled to the south side of Glasgow. The game's first real chance coming from a corner, with Aaron Muirhead heading off target. The positive start from the away side would reap rewards on 19 minutes. Arbroath going from back to front with direct attacking play, as Ryan Dow set up Scott Robinson for the opening goal. Queen's Park would respond well to going behind though. The home side hitting back just 6 minutes later, with Aidan Connolly popping up in the Arbroath box with a 25th minute equaliser. And on the stroke of half-time, there would be further joy for the Spiders. Queen's Park doing well to defend an Arbroath corner kick and launch an attack of their own. Swift play through the middle of the park, sending Seb Draws one-on-one with Aidan McAdams and providing a cute finish for 2-1 in the 45th minute. Chances were at a premium in the second half, with this Finlay Marshall effort being kept out by Callum Ferry, the best of the goalmouth action. Queen's Park doing enough to hold on for the win and jump up to 9th in the table. Morton came into this fixture aiming for a first win since early December. They would apply pressure on the Ross County goal in the 19th minute, with Trevor Carson doing well to repel an initial effort before Eamon Brophy poked home the game's opening goal. Slack play at the back from Kelty would bring about the next opening for Morton. Michael O'Halloran doing well to nick the ball and set up Brophy, whose shot clipped the bar. It was largely one-way traffic in terms of chance creation in the first period. A cross ball into the County box, finding the head of Fergus Owens, who forced an excellent save from Carson. Things would continue in a similar vein after the break. More good goalkeeping required from Carson, as this effort from Zach Delaney seemed destined to find the net. But the Staggies couldn't keep their opponents at bay for long. Into the 67th minute, and a flowing attack from Morton would see Delaney find O'Halloran in the box, with the attacker given the simplest of tasks for 2-0. There would be a late glimmer of hope for County, the away side going direct in the 89th minute, with Jordan White finding Alex Iacoviti to reduce the arrears to 2-1, but it was too little too late, as Morton took all from the points. Let's take a quick look at the William Hill Championship table. Partick Thistle remain 2 points behind league leader St Johnstone thanks to Oisin Smith's late penalty, while a win for Queen's Park moves the Spiders above Ross County and into 9th. Next we head to Dumfries for a battle at the top of League One. Cally Thistle were on the front foot early on when they travelled to Palmerston Park. Ross Stewart doing well to keep out an effort from Jordan Along, but Cally would come again, with Liam Soule's deflected strike finding a way past the Queen's keeper on 9 minutes. It wasn't long before Cally were on the attack again. Soule playing provider on this occasion, with his cross finding Alfie Babbage, who headed over under pressure. The home side would hold themselves level with an unusual goal on the 20-minute mark. Kai Kennedy sending a ball into the Cally box, which squirmed all the way through and past Ross Monroe. Into the second half, and Cally were quickly on the hunt for the lead once again. 51 minutes gone, when a ball from Soule found the head of Along, who made it 2-1 to the away side. But Queen of the South were desperate to get something from the game and would push for a leveller once more. This Brennan Dickinson strike requiring a big save from Monroe. Queens continued to ask questions of the Cally defence and would eventually get their reward. Into the 79th minute, when an excellent attack ended with Michael Hewitt slotting home from close range. A point apiece in a well-contested game in Dumfries. The Warriors were aiming to keep up the pressure at the top of the table when they welcomed Peterhead. The away side asking early questions through Dylan Forrest. The away team would go close again from a Craig McGuffey free kick. Kieran Shanks getting a toe on the end of it, but steering his effort just off target. The away side continued to have the better of the play in the early stages of Rockall View. The next chance coming the way of Max Barry, who was kept out by Darren Jameson. first big moment of the game for the home side came from a long ball downfield. The ball being crossed into the box and finding the head of Matty Aitken, whose effort was just off target. It wasn't long before Peterhead were back on the attack and pushing for the opening goal. A neat pass playing Shanks in on 32 minutes, who tucked home for 1-0. And Peterhead's pressure would continue after the break, the Blue Toon making it 2-0 in the 50th minute thanks to a header from Andy McCarthy. But Stenhousemuir would grab themselves a lifeline late in the game. An 84th minute free kick being headed home by Aitken to bring the Warriors to within 1. And having pulled one back, Stenhousemuir were on the attack again just a minute later. Ewan O'Reilly surging down the right and swinging in a cross, with Dale Carrick's diving header making it 2-2 at Oakville View. Despite being pegged back, Peterhead remained confident of grabbing a late winner. A big chance falling for Niall McGinn, who skewed his effort off target as it finished 2 apiece in FK5.
I think Montrose might feel slightly aggrieved that they didn't get a free kick in the build-up, but the final ball has to be so much better from such a promising break. And speaking of promising breaks, here come Montrose. Oh, and it breaks favourably, and it's in the back of the net from Sutherland. It took a deflection on the way through, and he was left right in front of goal. In comes the corner. It's too easy really for Harry Sharp to punch clear. Miller. Culbert fancies this! And that is an absolute peach! A quick response from his Fife! Sam Culbert with the equaliser! Now here's Lyons coming up the left-hand side. Steeves chips it over. Lyons got it beyond Kieran Miller, and then he gets to the turn ball. Oh, and it's going to be a penalty. I don't think there can really be any question about that one, to be honest. Ba, who I think actually has had a pretty good game so far, but a lazy leg, and Montrose have a chance to restore their lead. Here we go then, Taylor Sutherland sends the keeper the wrong way. Montrose retake the lead in the final minute of the half. McManus. East Fife are going to bring on Joseph Halsey for what's left of the game. Well, I say what's left of the game, still a fair bit to go. We'll work this up the left-hand side now. Peggy Fang across, and it's an own goal! East Fife are level! It's been turned into his own net by the Montrose captain, Andrew Steeves! Culbert. Halliday! Well, it's not terribly convincing goalkeeping, but he has stopped the going in the back of the net. Will be a corner though. Good covering from Ba. And he keeps carrying it out, and he's overhit that. Oh, doing too much on his own there. And it's Montrose who go back in front, and that's going to have to go down as a big blunder from Ba. After such hard work initially, he tried to do far too much on his own, lost possession, and East Fife just shoot themselves in the foot.
Alloa came flying out the blocks in their home encounter with Cove Rangers. The Wasps taking the lead inside 8 minutes, with Josh Gentles picking out the bottom corner with an excellent strike from outside the box. But the away side would begin to create chances of their own soon enough. Good play from Cove Rangers, seeing Adam Emsley let one fly, the strike going narrowly beyond the far post. Both sides had positive passages of play in the first period. The next one from Alloa, seeing Cammy O'Donnell slipped in, with Robbie Much closing the angle well. Lewis O'Donnell was the next to try his luck for Cove Rangers, Alloa's Liam McFarlane making a big save low down. There was plenty of goalmouth action in the first period of this one. Andrew Clark going close to doubling Alloa's lead. Cove Rangers' best chance of the half would come to Joseph Teasdale, the young attacker being found in the box, but his effort hitting the post. The chances would continue to pop up for both sides after the break. Alloa's Gentles denied his brace by an important stop from Much. But it would take until the 83rd minute for the next goal to arrive. Cove Rangers sending bodies forward, with a cross from the right being parried the way of Emsley, who headed home the equalising goal. And the Cove equaliser would bring about a late flurry of goals. The Wasps playing themselves into bother just minutes later, with Mitch Megginson picking up the pieces to give the away team the lead. But the Cove Rangers lead would last merely a matter of minutes. Into stoppage time, and Alloa would surge forward once again, with Luke Donnelly producing a moment of magic to ensure the points were shared in Kilmarnonshire. 2-2 the final score.
It's Luke McCarville. Latches onto that through ball, gets himself into the box. It's McCarville. Goes for goal, and it's just wide, trying to catch keeper at the near post. Decent effort. It's O'Hara into Bradley, back to O'Hara, run through goal, and Gurley comes out well there to make the save and sniff out any danger. McKinstry played through for Hamilton. Murray Thompson's coming back to cover. McKinstry holds it up. Still McKinstry. Shots blocked over there by Core. Danger's not away though. Back in across goal. Comes back out, and it's a good save from Gurley. Got down low. Stephen Bradley with a snapshot from outside the box. It's Peterhead over the free kick. Goes for goal. Forces a good save out of Josh Lane. Thomas Fisher brings it down well. It's still Sam Fisher cuts across goal. It's just above everyone. But there's McCarville arriving. McCarville's shot just wide. To O'Hara. O'Hara's cross in, Shaw's in the middle. Oh, it's clammed on top of by Gurley, gets there.
Now for a look at the latest standings in William Hill League One. It remains tight at the top, with Cally Thistle and Stenhousemuir level on 41 points, while an away win in Fife sees Montrose move above Peterhead into 5th. Now it's off to Borough for a goal fest in League 2. Elgin came into this one aiming for a first league win since November. An excellent start from the Black and Whites saw Jack McKeever's deflected strike give Elgin a 9th minute lead. The response would come from Spartans on 31 minutes, Mark Stow being fouled in the Elgin box and winning a penalty kick. Mark McNulty stepped up to take, with the striker finding the net to level the game. .38 minutes on the clock when Kane Hester beat the offside trap to finish and restore Elgin's 1-goal lead. And Elgin would have the ball in the net again before half-time. Excellent build-up play from the hosts, leading to a cross finding Ryan Sargent, whose header found the net, with the goal ruled out for an offside. Spartans would come out with a point to prove in the second half, and were quickly hunting an equaliser. 47 minutes gone, when Bradley White's close-range finish made it 2-2 at But Elgin were quickly on the front foot yet again and would cut Spartans open in the 51st minute. McKeever keeping cool and providing a tidy finish for his second of the game. This topsy-turvy affair though still had another twist in store. Into the 71st minute, and a corner kick would see Spartans pile on the pressure in the Elgin box, with a chance eventually falling for Cammy Russell, who made it 3-3 at Borough Briggs. A point apiece in a 6-goal thriller in Murray. East Kilbride needed a response following their midweek thrashing at the hands of Spartans. They would come flying out the traps in this encounter with Forfar, with Jack Leach giving the home side the lead inside the first 3 minutes. And EK would continue to attack early on in hopes of finding a quick-fire second. A slick move leading to a chance for Connor Young, with Mark McCallum making an excellent stop. The attacking play was relentless from East Kilbride early on. They would go on to find that second goal on 29 minutes, with John Robertson's cross poked home by Cammy Elliott. After a difficult first half, Forfar would begin to pose more of an attacking threat after the break. Craig Slater driving through midfield and trying his luck here, with the shot drifting off target. But East Kilbride would all but put the result beyond doubt in the 78th minute. Bobby McCluckie supplying a tidy lobbed finish to give the hosts a 3-0 lead. Forfar Athletic would begin to build an attack straight from the kick-off. Patient play from the Loons, seeing the ball being worked through the midfield and eventually out wide, with a low cross coming the way of Martin Rennie, who pulled a goal back in the 80th minute. 3-1 the final score at K Park.
Good hold-up work by Reid, but now a bit of space for Brown. Here's a drive, and that's a shot on target, Brian, and Max Curry. And it's fair to say early in this game, McNabb's annoying.
Oh, he's coming into the back.
Brown, acres of space. Should have done much better with that, Adam Brown.
Now, Don Plank a chance
Great
to go there.
Great throw out from Max Curry to Don Plank.
Now
needs help in the middle.
Making some ground up anyway.
Carson's in front of him.
Oh,
Plank keeps going. Cuts it across.
Oh,
and that's a fantastic save.
No, it happened the last time we were up here. Lawrence Gaston had about 10 different saves.
McNabb sends it back to Crane. Now that was offside there.
Yeah, it should have been,
Player came back from an offside position. I think still in Albion have got a magnet in that ball at the moment. Now, Plank.
Can he lose it there, Dom?
Loses out.
I know he's trying
Here
to
they come again. Shanley, and it's off the crossbar. And then it's headed wide.
Wow.
Again, nobody's winning these.
No,
we're waiting on the ball landing.
Albany definitely.
Yeah, they've stepped forward.
Got the foot
Here's
ball
McNabb.
at the moment.
Careful here. McNabb, but that's easy.
Offside, surely.
Easy finish by Shanley. McNabb plays the bangle ball across the face of the Stranraer goal, and Shanley is the easiest to taps home at the back post. Dunn's ball is intercepted easily by Callum Crane.
Oh, that's good.
Banner loses out. Surrounded with
3 against 3 here.
Plank to Lang. Where's Darren Lang going with this?
What a goal!
Darren Lang!
Bang, bang, Darren Lang!
Darren Lang brings Stranraer level. Injury time. James Dolan. Oh, and that whizzes past the back post. Not far away at all.
Very close, very close.
From James Dolan.
The first real chance in this bottom of the table clash would come the way of the home team. Kai Kirkpatrick's effort on the turn, drifting just wide of the City goal. Mark Durham was next to go close for Dumbarton. Mark Weir making a big save on this occasion. But the pressure from Dumbarton would eventually result in a goal. A corner in the 30th minute leading to panic in the City box, with Leighton McIntosh on hand to score from a yard out. Edinburgh City would begin to threaten before the break. 39 minutes gone when Malik Zaid showed excellent feet to provide Innes Lawson with a chance, who found the bottom corner to level things up. And the citizens would carry their momentum forward into the second half. 47 minutes on the clock when Zaid and Lawson would combine again, with Lawson finding space in the Dumbarton box and providing a fantastic finish to give his side the lead. Dumbarton were desperate to take something from this encounter and were soon on the hunt for an equaliser. An opening coming for Kirkpatrick here, with the Suns man cracking the crossbar. City were equally keen to add to their lead and would go close from a corner kick. Zaid working an angle to shoot, with Brett Long doing enough to keep it out. Dumbarton would continue to apply pressure late on in hopes of salvaging a point. McIntosh going agonisingly close to grabbing his second as his header hit the woodwork, with City hanging on for a huge win. Annan Athletic were on the front foot right from the get-go in this one. Tim Scott bursting into the Clyde box and seeing his shot saved by Jay Hogarth. But it wouldn't take long for Annan to breach the Clyde defence. Aidan Smith reacting quickest in the box to open the scoring on 7 minutes. Annan would continue to pose a threat from corner kicks, this one ending at the feet of Scott, whose strike wasn't far away from finding the top corner. And the home side would again go close, this time from a free kick. Keith Watson's header hitting the bar. Clyde would begin to pose more of a threat after the break, the Billy Wee winning a free kick on the edge of the Annan box after Scott Williamson was fouled. It was James Hilton to take the free kick, his effort well beaten away by Annan's Charlie Albinson. Clyde would continue to look bright in the second period, their next crack at goal coming from Marley Redfern, who sent it well over the top. But Clyde's persistent attacking play would eventually result in an equalising goal. A 73rd minute mix-up in the Annan box, leading to Darren Hines poking home for 1-1. The points shared equally at Galabank. And finally, let's assess the lie of the land in William Hill League 2. East Kilbride's win over Forfar reduces the gap at the top to 6 points, while Edinburgh City's win over Dumbarton draws the citizens to within 2 points of the Suns. That's all for this week. Join us again next time for the Scottish Football Roundup.